I think I might come help you now.
So I may have broken a plate while making breakfast this morning and broke a couple eggs. Those were Christian's eggs too, and I was struggling so hard to get them out of the pan because they were sunny side up and they were sticking to the spatula before I could get the spatula fully under the egg. And so I'm trying to like scoop it out with 2 spatulas, and I knocked the plate down. And then I went to get some jam, and it was super moldy. I didn't even know jam could mold, and that jam's not even that old, but I haven't used it in a long time because I was on keto, and so I opened it up and it was just rank. But then I found this little jar of blueberry syrup or syrup jam, and I used that instead. And then I edited the vlog, which was not much work because I did most of the editing yesterday. I just had to edit the few clips I recorded yesterday. And now I'm going through my Twitch VODs and I'm highlighting shiny encounters. Really, I should have done this days ago. It's been on my mind and I waited a little too long because I kind of misjudged time, I guess. Your VODs will delete after 2 months, and so if you want to highlight a specific event in that stream, you have to do it before the 2 months are up. And I guess I've had the game for over 2 months. I didn't really realize. I knew we were approaching the 2-month mark, but I was like, oh, my first shiny I don't think was that far. And like I didn't think my first shiny was that close to release date, but whatever. I found some clips other people made of a couple shiny encounters, even though it doesn't include the capture, and now I'm going through, I have my game here and I'm looking at what date I caught certain shinies, and then I'm going through the VODs and finding the stream and clipping out the bit where the shiny encounter happens, and that's what I'm doing. I'm also gonna gather some clips of the Dratini hunt because I want to edit together a video of the Dratini hunt adventure and upload it to YouTube as its own video. So that's what I'm doing. And it is now 5:11 p.m. Spent a long time hunting down those clips and editing my video. And now I'm just gonna take a breather. I poured a coffee earlier and I hardly drank any of it, so I'm gonna warm it up in the microwave and finish it and just write in my planner, plan out my upcoming week, I guess. I have a bunch of teeny tasks that are still left over that I gotta do, and so yeah, I'll tackle a few more today, but I'm gonna write it all down. Because sometimes you're stressed because you're thinking of all the little things you gotta do, or big things, or both, and it helps if you write it down or just say what tasks are being done on what day, so it's not as overwhelming. I was wondering why the business cards for my pin backings weren't here yet, and I looked up the tracking, and I guess it's because the road was closed the one day because of the construction, and so I have to go pick it up at the Purelator office, which is not that close, me new. So I'll maybe do that tomorrow because they're not open anymore today, if they were open at all. I don't think they even are open on Sundays. And I just realized as I was vlogging this that I was gonna make little thank you cards, and also ordered those from Vistaprint, just like another business card sized card, and I forgot to do that. I only ordered the backings. I suppose there's time to make another order, but man, whew. I just whipped up this yummy tray. Whew. I ventured back into my art room because I am going to paint my nails so that they're all nice and pretty for upcoming videos. This is the color I had on previously, the sparkle one. It was by ASP, and I will be using this color, I think. I'm going to test it out and see how see-through it is. I might put a layer of a different pink underneath, but it's a glitter pink. It looks really cute. I also have a turquoise color, but maybe I'll do that next time. And the color name is June Bride. So both hands are done now, and earlier when I was gonna go get my coffee because I forgot about it again, so I just dumped it because it was too late to have coffee by then. But I want a little something to sip on while watching Outlander, so maybe I'll make a cup of decaf or something. It's starting right now, so I'm gonna go watch that and I will resume vlogging tomorrow. So it's now Monday, and I'm gonna open my package from Purelator. I just picked it up. It should be the backings for my pins, my enamel pins. Okay. So many. I forgot to order the thank you cards with it. I'm so mad. Well, I didn't design them yet, but I could whip up something real quick, you know. Which ones? This, oh, Kiki and Midna. It's gonna go everywhere. It's just a glossy business card. Kiki and Midna. And there's nothing on the back. I just try to keep them as simple as possible to help reduce packaging cost. These ones are candy cane buns. This time I did not get them in pearl, and I did not get the rounded corners because that added a lot of extra cost to the cards. So it's just plain glossy this time. Ooh, here are the thick dino ones. Thick dino. And the other boxes are just more of those because I only have the 3 designs. So I did end up making a quick thank you card, and I submitted that to Vistaprint to be ordered. I also ordered return address labels, which I don't need for all orders, but just for some. And I had to sign a form about my parking stall back here. The landlord wanted me to sign this one form. So I filled out that. I also fixed some online banking stuff because I had an automatic payment going through that I had to cancel. And I signed a contract for a sponsored thingy. So I got a bunch of little tasks out of the way. I have one more thing I want to do though, which is order some plastic sleeves. I have enough for this round of enamel pins. I have my little skinny clear sleeves, but I might order more simply because I need to order some 4x6 sleeves for my sticker sets. And I figured, why not order more now? I think I have about 1,000 of these, and I have 700 enamel pins, so there will still be some left over, but I feel like I might as well order more because I'm gonna have to make another enamel pin order before the Calgary Expo, because after Fan Expo Vancouver, I'm probably gonna be out. Plus the online ones will have gone up by then too, and so I'm just gonna order more sleeves now, so I'm prepared. I forgot to check how many clear sleeves I have left for prints for conventions. I just made the order and I did not order any of those. I might be okay though because I think I still have a lot of stuff left over from Fan Expo. I'll have to check. The box is just buried somewhere though, so I can't even check that right now without tearing apart the living room. Anyway, it's almost 5 o'clock now. I'm going to make myself some food and then work on my next art video for a bit. It's going to be a 3D pen video, and I'm trying out some new 3D pen supplies, so it should be interesting. I just want to unpackage everything, film the close-ups and all that, and plan out what I'm making and potentially start on it. We'll see. I'm going to be working on the 3D pen thing during the live stream tomorrow, so we'll see how far I get today, but I at least just need it planned today. The small clear sleeves I ordered are not actually the same size as the ones I ordered previously. These are about the right width. They're a little too wide, but about the right width. And then the flap is way too long, but it sticks down, so it doesn't really matter. But it does kind of show in the front. It's not the most appealing way to do it. And so I found another size that it opens from the side instead, but it seems like it'll be more of a snug fit. And so we'll see if I like those better. I still have to go through all of these because I have 1,000 like this. And then I ordered 1,000 of the side flap ones. So we'll see which one I like better. Basic but delicious. Yeah, Kiki, why is all my filament broken? I'm not implying it's her fault. I'm just like, huh. This is all busted up. She just went running off with the filament. Is that fun, Kiki? Like a little worm? Yeah, new toy.
It started snowing. Watch your step, baby. It's gonna be slippery. Okay. I said before. You're gonna live forever.
So I'm done playing around with my 3D pen, and now I'm figuring out what I'm actually going to make with it. And Christian's at a house because I want to do something geometric that can use the mat. And I was like, maybe like a castle. And he's like, oh, do the castle from Pocket Camp. And I was like, oh. And so I busted out my little figures. I've got the mat. I'm going to roughly plan out the size of this thing that I'm going to make and just sketch stuff out and whatnot and go into Pocket Camp, which I haven't played in forever. And I've kind of officially given up on Pocket Camp just like 3 weeks ago or so, or maybe it's been about a month now, because I think it was around when we left for the holidays. I just gave up on it. I have the furniture I really want, and so there's no real incentive for me to get more, and the events are just so brutal. They're back to back and constant, and wow! This is the castle. I might not make it exactly like that, but basing it off that'd be nice. That's a lot of work though. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
This is really going to utilize the circle one in the corner. I don't know if it's really going to use the square ones. I don't think I want to do the square base with the bushes. That will just take too long, and I kind of think I like the look of the castle just not being on a base. So there's the big cylinder. This is like a top-down view. Got some Mile Higher podcast in the background. Cylinder, 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 cylinder. I would at least like to make sure there's enough room here for my figures to stand. So this isn't actual size right here, it's a bit small, but I just want to make sure there's enough room on that ledge for my dudes to stand. This might be a good size, or even slightly larger. I mean, we'll see. The opening at the top is not as tall as the door underneath, but they don't have to be able to go in the door because the door is shut. But if I do make this hollow, I want it big enough that they can actually go in it. But if I make this fully hollow, I could squeeze them in and they could stand up and peek out even if their head is a little bit above the doorway. That's going to be a lot of work. But I don't have to include every little detail. Like the door is these diamonds. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do the brick pattern. I don't have to do every little shingle. Just do the shapes and try to do them in the appropriate color. Ah! Money! A diamond in the rough. A black diamond in the meow. We are heading to bed. I had a fun time doodling some stuff from my Frozen book. One thing I realize I don't do really is read my art books. I have a whole bunch of them, and some of them I have gone through and I've read maybe like half of it or just little bits, or I flipped through and looked at all the art, but I've never been really thorough with them, and I wasn't reading them tonight really. I read the odd thing here and there, but mainly I was looking at the art and doing studies from it, and I want to do that with a lot of my art books this year, and preferably into forever, I guess, until I get through them. I don't know, until I get sick of doing it, who knows. But I just think it would be a good way for me to, I guess, just do studies, and I don't know, maybe it would make me better at drawing. I think one thing that stops me from just sitting on the couch at night and sketching is that I never know what to sketch, and when you're doing studies, that takes the guesswork out of it, and I can get done a lot of artwork in a small amount of time because I don't really have to be creative. It's more about like the skill, and like I'm learning new things as I'm copying these drawings. And so I started on my Frozen book, and then I was just flipping through it a little bit, and there's so many more drawings in here that I want to try to sketch out real quick. And I'm trying to be really fast and not being nitpicky, just like get the drawing down and move on to the next one. And sometimes it's not even about sketching the whole thing. Like the one of Anna, I didn't even draw in her face or anything. I just really liked the shape of her body and everything, and her head, and the way the neck and shoulders were, so I didn't even bother with the face. I started sketching some eyes, and I was like, no. Really, this was just about the shape. and things like that. It was just really fun, and it's educational at the same time. And I get more use out of all my art books. And I have so many art books. There's so much material for me to work through, so there's plenty to last me a long time. But yes, I'm heading to bed now, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next vlog. It's looking so good, guys. I'm like, oh my god, I wish we had that flooring upstairs, because that's the one thing I didn't like about my old art room was the orange floor. And now the floors down here are no longer orange, and I'm jealous because now my art room's upstairs. Okay, you can come down, but as long as you go back up after, because we've been keeping this closed. Okay, great reveal.